Hello. Hi, everyone. Welcome to our event. We're going to wait for about 1 more minute. And before more people join, let us know where you're joining from. I'm joining today from Lisbon. So hello from Lisbon. And you can write us in chat. Liz, by the way, I'm not sure I can see you. There is something with the camera. I think you froze for a sec. Maybe try to rejoin. Yeah, I think your camera is frozen. I don't know how it's possible. Awesome. In the meantime, I'm going to present myself. My name is Margaret. I'm the part of the growth team here at Metabase, and I'm going to be a host today. And Louis, he's going to join right now. He's our success engineer. He's helping all of our customers to be successful with Metabase. And in his spare time, Louis teaches cloud architecture course in Tech Institute of Buenos Aires. So that's going to be us today. And we're going to be talking about Metabase, how to set up Metabase. Basically, Lou is going to give you a tour of the Metabase from the very beginning, like the very first steps, up to starting using it and becoming a confident user. Awesome.
What about now?
Yeah, now it's better. I can see you. I can hear you. Everything works fine. Luis, I already presented you to the audience.
All right.
So,
Thank you.
yeah, just before we jump in, I wanted to share a few technical things that will be important for the people who are listening to us today. So, first of all, if you have any questions to Luis, please post them in the questions tab. You will find it in the bottom right corner of your screen. That way, we will not lose them in the chat. In the meanwhile, in the chat, feel free to leave any feedback or any expectations, what you want to learn, or what you would like to hear, where you're joining from, things like that. By the way, I see that people are joining all around the place from the UK, from Germany, friends from the US. So we have pretty wide audience. Also, please take a few seconds to take a look at the polls tab. We left a few questions there for you. If you could answer, we'll be really grateful. And with that, I think I'm ready to pass the word to you, Luis.
Thank you. Thank you, then. Well, welcome all. I'm gonna share my screen, and I'll try to do this as practical as possible. So you can see this is being recorded, by the way. So anyone that wants to access this and wants to follow my steps into how to go from zero to hero in Metabase in the future, you can do it at any time. So let me share my screen so I can give you just a glimpse of what we are going to see today. So there we go. Here we go. All right. So this is gonna be it from zero to hero in just 45 minutes. We're gonna go through some ways in which you can use Metabase and you can deploy it. So we wanted to do a very let's say step-by-step guide of how you can even test Metabase, maybe test a new version if you're already running Metabase and you want to test new features. And also I wanted to really have this webinar because we've been seeing people that run Metabase in an, I would say, non-standard ways or not in the best way that they can run Metabase. So I want to give you a deep dive in how to do it. If I were you, how I would do it from scratch, right? So for anyone that doesn't know what Metabase is, the easiest way you can get the data out of your database, you can ask questions to your database in a GUI manner. Maybe if you're more technical savvy, you can jump into SQL and get the answers that you need from your business. And there's a demo that you can just click on it and go literally in under 6 minutes, see absolutely from zero to a dashboard. We're gonna see some stuff today as well. So if in case you want to see it, it's there. There are two commands. In fact, I'm gonna use one right now in just a couple of seconds. And I mean, how to deploy it, how to literally run Metabase on your machine or anywhere you want in like couple of seconds. It's super slim. Basically, it's it's a binary that you can run via a container if you're keen on containers, or if you don't know what a container is and you don't want to mess with containers, just download Java and just run Metabase with Java. It's as simple as that. So this is maybe the slide, the killer slide for this webinar. Like, how can I run it? How can I run Metabase if I had to? I'm going to give you this type of architecture or this type of deployment. Just think about if you're currently running Metabase, if you're going this way, or in case you're not running Metabase and you're planning to think about this following architecture. So this is the way you would run it self-hosted, right? I mean, Metabase can be run cloud hosted, and I'm going to show just in the next slide how do we run it on our own cloud. But if you had to run it self-hosted, I would do it this way. On the first the first component that you see, it's Metabase. You can spin up as many Metabase instances as you wish. It's horizontally scalable up to whatever you need. We have customers running 10, 20, probably 50 Metabase instances at the same time. Really big scale of Metabase running in production. On the behind Metabase and saving everything, many people don't know, and they don't go through the documentation as much. But Metabase needs an application database. It needs an application database. When you test Metabase will basically run, and in fact we're going to see it running, but it will run with an embedded database. But if you want to go to production, if you want to put Metabase under heavy loads, it will need an application database that can be either Postgres or MySQL. This layer also, this persistence layer, can run also with replicas and everything that you can use to to fail over in case there's something wrong that goes with your database. And on the top of it, you can run any reverse proxy that you wish. And in fact, although this layer is optional, I mean, Metabase, when you install it, it has a web server that it will respond to your requests. It is really a good architectural practice to put a reverse proxy or a load balancer on top of Metabase for many reasons. First, because it will allow you to do this horizontally scaling. And the second reason is because you can do the HTTPS thing over here without making Metabase to do all the encryption, decryption at this level. This layer will be the one that connects to your data warehouse, and basically in case you want to see which data warehouses we connect to, you can go here to this link and you'll have all the information, all the relevant information about it. Maybe you don't want to do this, and this is like it's too much. We have infrastructure and we have tons of things to maintain. Well, you can run in our cloud. How do we do it? Well, we're running AWS right now in the US. For people that are watching this webinar from Europe or from any other side of the world that needs the data to be resident in Europe, European soil, we are going to we are going that way as well. Like at some point in the near future, you'll have the possibilities of saying I want Metabase in Europe, with the Metabase cloud in Europe. So like stay tuned for that, it's coming. But the way we run it is this one. Like we deploy a network, and we put all the security measures on top of it. There's a WAF, the web application firewall. There's lots of protections. There's firewalls and stuff. So you can connect. You can have a highly available Metabase without any effort, and you can even connect to your data warehouses from our cloud. How? Well, we do support tunneling. We do support like going through a secure tunnel from Metabase on our cloud to your cloud, wherever it is, or even maybe a self-hosted data warehouse, and you will be able to connect to your data warehouse without any problem, and all secure through secure tunnels. If you want to see all of our security measures and how we think about security, there's a link there. It's a really good read that we prepared with all the team to show you what do we do. But now let's jump to the real thing. Let's go to chapter 1. basic, simple stuff. How do we do things? And I mean, how we can like spin up a simple Metabase just for testing. What I will show you now is this. This is me, my computer. I'm basically going to spin up a Metabase on my machine via the jar, via the jar file. It's a Java file that you can run. And this Metabase will run on my machine. It will extract and leave some files on my machine specifically. And those files will be this database that it's only used just for testing. And please, I cannot stress enough the fact that this is not for production. This is going to be just for testing. And if you guys, anyone that's running on Metabase, anyone that's running Metabase currently goes to settings, admin, troubleshooting info, and you see that in the application database section, you see H2, you really need to consider moving away from H2, from this application database, into a Postgres or a MySQL, as I stated before. All right, but this is just for testing. I'm gonna do this, and then I'm going to connect to probably not a MongoDB, but to the sample database that Metabase has. I don't have this ready yet, but we'll see how to connect to an external database. It's very important. I'm running Linux right on my machine, but it doesn't matter because as the Java people that it's around, the Java has this statement that they run in I don't know how many billions of devices anywhere in the world, so you can run Metabase either in Linux as I'm running, in Windows. In fact, I have a Windows demo that we are going to go in a few minutes. You can run it in Unix. You can run it in really old hardware, really new hardware. We have people around the world that are running Metabase in Raspberry Pis in their homes. So really, it's anywhere that it's there's a Java virtual machine that you can install. You can run Metabase. So it's gonna be super simple. Basically, I'm gonna just let me stop sharing this tab, and I'm gonna share my entire screen. I'm gonna share my entire screen. There we go. So I can show you my terminal, and I'm gonna just like literally get this command over here. Give me a file and run it. Oh, there we go. It's a simple set. I don't have to do anything. And once this is ready, I'm gonna go to my browser and port 3000, which is the port that Metabase exposes by default. So see, it's coming. Whoops, sorry. This is my fault because I'm running something else. Whoops, sorry about that. Let's go again. I cannot run the same thing in two ports, so that's my fault. It should work now, unless I've taken the port. There we go. It's coming. Run migrations. Yep. Doing some checks. There we go. Localhost complete. I just go to localhost for 3000, and boom, it's Metabase. You can start like playing with it. Want to test a new version, want to do something, break it, whatever you want to do with the product, it's already here. Let's set it up really quick. Boom. Done. It's there. I can start playing with Metabase as fast as that. Doing everything you love with Metabase. By the way, and again, if you guys at some point go to the admin settings and you see in the troubleshooting info, whoops, let's do some zoom over here.
Just a second. I think maybe our viewers can tell us if they see the screen good, because I think it's a little, the font can be a little bit small, or maybe you can just make it a little bit bigger.
Yeah. There.
Little blurry, yeah. I think make it a little bigger. Should be better.
There we go.
Hopefully.
200. That's fine?
Yeah, I think it's fine. Yeah,
yep.
Thanks.
Good. Thank you. I was saying that if at some point you go to your settings, admin, and you see in the application database this thing over here, you need to consider seriously doing a backup as fast as you can and changing Metabase application database from H2 to Postgres. All right, just that. No more about this. I'm gonna go back now and kill the server and continue with the rest of the presentation. That's it. No more Metabase here. Now let's go back. I'm thinking that you see everything here, so that's fine. So some considerations. This is for testing only. It's H2 is not production ready. It will break. And always, please always run Java 11. Please, please, please. All right. Okay. Now let's go to chapter 2, where let's do some interesting stuff. Let's run this as if we had to do it in production, right? What I will show you is something different, because many people don't believe me that Metabase can run absolutely everywhere. So I'm gonna show you that that's possible. Again, this is me. I spin up 2 virtual machines in my computer, literally to 2 Windows virtual machines. And on one, I install Postgres, and on the second one, I put Metabase on it. I mean, install Java on the virtual machine, and basically it's gonna run Metabase in Java inside the virtual machine. I'm gonna do the same, like connect to this virtual machine and play with the sample database. Okay, so I have these virtual machines on my computer. Let me quickly take them. This is one virtual machine which has Metabase, and the second one is the one that has Postgres. Like 2 separate virtual machines, one the application server, one the application database. So I prepared a very, very, very simple bat file that you can, when you download Metabase, you pass. This is my database. Whoops, this is really, really blurry. That's better, way better. You prepare this simple bat file when this is my database. This is the port. This is the user. This is where the database is located, and as simple as that. Then you run Java, and then you run this batch file. So boom, run Metabase, and it's going to spin up the same way it happened before. Let's give it some time. Once again, I want to stress that absolutely anywhere that you can run a Java virtual machine, you can run Metabase. No matter the server, no matter the technology or the architecture, anywhere. Let's, it should be finishing by now. And let me jump to that server that I have over here. There we go. Like it's, on the virtual machine and running on Windows. No need for Linux, no need for, any strange things. If you're comfortable with Windows and you have all your infrastructure in Windows, it's fine. You can run Metabase without any problem. There we go. Same thing. Super simple, just 2 servers. And just a couple of things to take into account for this type of deployment. One, this is a simplified version. I mean, it's spin up 2 virtual machines, but it will be the same as you do it in, in a cloud or in any hosting that you like. Remember always to separate workloads. We've seen people that, they deployed everything in the same server. It is not that good. I mean, although you can do basically whatever you want on how to deploy, and it's your decision. Always separate the workloads in order to, avoid these noisy neighbors that are around. And when using Windows, this is very important because many I hit this roadblock many times. It's like Windows will block everything. So remember to enable the firewalls on port 3000 when you run Metabase. Good. Up to now, you saw we can deploy Metabase on your computer locally in servers anywhere in the world, no matter the architecture, no matter the operating system. But now let's really have some fun. I want to have some fun with you, and I want to literally show what are the possibilities here, because we have tons of things that we can do with Metabase and how to deploy stuff. So I prepared this very interesting demo. This is all going to run in my machine. But the difference is that we'll kind of have the same production grade sort of deployment, but on a stack. By the way, I'm gonna upload this entire demo on a repository, so stay tuned. I'm gonna put everything in in a GitHub repository, so you can go and grab it and play with it yourselves. But this is what I'm going to show you today, which is pretty awesome. I mean, it's the same pattern that we discussed about, reverse proxy, HTTPS, Metabase, and application database. But what is going to be really fun is that instead of connecting maybe to one database, I'm going to connect to Trino, which is the query federation engine. It's basically a connection that you do to Trino, and Trino will do all the query preparation, joining, everything like what Trino does best, optimization of the queries. And especially it does something really awesome, which is it can connect to a MongoDB and expose that MongoDB as a relational table. You'll see as a table, and you can use SQL, normal SQL, ANSI SQL with Mongo, which is absolutely awesome. And something else that is currently a Metabase limitation, but Trino allows you to do it, is you can connect to Trino and do a join between two different databases, two different engines. Even you can join a Mongo with a MySQL. Pretty awesome, right? So whoops, there we go. Let's jump onto it and see how it works. So this is an entire stack. This is all containers, and I do it because it's easy for me to raise it and start it. But just don't pay attention to the technology, but just to what are we going to do. And now we're gonna see a full, these are logs. Don't pay attention to them. It's just text. Let's go back to this Metabase that we will have running right now in port. Whoops, there we go. Port 88443. Let's wait till it spins up. By the way, if someone has any questions, anything that you would like to know about a product, about what are we doing here, why we made some decisions, so we put something in the slides, please let us know. We are super happy, and in fact, we'll be answering questions for a long time. So please don't hesitate to write us all the questions you have. There we go. We have Metabase with Trino now, and it is using a custom driver. This is really interesting. There are some databases that Metabase does not officially support, but there are people that write those custom drivers for Metabase. So in the case of Trino, this is a driver that the Starburst team, which is the makers of Trino, made for us. So I'm in this demo. You will see how I do it, how I basically bundle that driver inside the Metabase container. And there are many more. There's DuckDB, really a lot of drivers around for using it with any data source. So let's try something with Mongo, which is like it's different. It's MongoQL. Many people say I don't know how to write Mongo. I mean, with Trino it doesn't matter. With Trino it really doesn't matter. See what I'm doing? I'm just sending plain SQL to a Trino, and Trino is transpiling that to Mongo, which is absolutely awesome, right? Let's do some dashboards now, and let's try to build something on top of it. So you see I'm doing this. I can even do some joins with MySQL as well. So if I think I have to do something like, so I'm going to do this testing. I've done it before, but I don't remember how I need to invoke the MySQL. How is this? Let me check. Let me quickly check. I need to invoke the MySQL schema in order for making it work. Okay, it's not telling me how to do this, but so I'm gonna try something like MySQL. Oops. See if it works. If it doesn't, we can continue. So just no big deal. Select this from sample orders. MySQL sample. Whoops. Sample.orders. Let's see if this works. If it doesn't, oops, it works. Interesting. I mean, from a Mongo connection, I'm invoking a MySQL connection. This is absolutely awesome. right? So I can do things like, I bring this from Mongo, and then I do, a left join of this, but now from people, right? On, the sample orders dot user ID, I believe it's a field, equals for my SQL field. So it's going to be people, people dot ID. This is absolutely awesome. Why? Because I can save this as a model. So now people, anyone that uses this model will be able to do this. I mean, they don't know how it's working behind the curtains, but I'm literally joining two different databases here. So it's going to be orders plus people. And this is going to be Mongo, and this is going to be MySQL. Right? I save this. And now let's put also this table as well, so we can use absolutely all the fields, comma, but asterisk. I think this is gonna work. Yeah, it works. Really cool, right? Okay, let's move this as a model. So anyone can use this table, no matter if they know how to do a join or not. There we go. Right now, we can start querying this model as it would be a normal table. Let's do some metrics, give me how much people, let's not do it by minute. Let's do it by week. Let's see how much people bought. Whoops, sorry, there's a little bug that we fixed on the most recent version. But sorry about that. It's a pretty horrible thing, but it's fixed on the newer version. I'm running an old version just for the sake of trying to get some stability on the driver, specifically because this driver was for 46.5. But cool, it should work without any problems. This is about on the. But cool, let's try to make this something like whoops, yeah, it's not working. It's clearly not working the nested questions on this one. But no worries. Let's try to do some quick dashboards and questions, and let's try also to send them up. Maybe you want to send these dashboards to people on your organization. Let's try to do this really quick. So on the orders table, people, and then you want to do a sum of the quantity, how much the people. Thank you for that thumbs up. There's always some issues on the demos that we do live. Let's add this to a dashboard. My cool dashboard. And we have one question like that. Let's add a number. Maybe you want to see also from. Let's add this dashboard also from Mongo, because we in a dashboard we can mix questions from many sources, which is also really cool. Let's add this. Maybe the sum of the total, and that will be it. Sum of the total. Cool. Let's save this. Again, I'm doing a question from a MongoDB and from MySQL, both in the same dashboard. Let's put a time range here, which is going to be predefined and connected. See, like I can connect filters no matter the data source. And also, let's do some. Let's put some other filter around, maybe a categorical filter, right? So I have categorical filters over here. There are no valid fields on this. So this filter is not going to work here. See, but on this one, boom, there we go. We get the categorical filters. Nice. We have a really interesting dashboard that maybe we want to send to people in the organization, right? People might want to get, how much they sold on a certain cadence, maybe weekly or daily, right? Let's do it. We can do a subscription. By the way, I have connected an SMTP mail server on this instance, but again, you will be able to use this once I upload this demo. And let's send this to, me, metabase.com. Cool. Let's attach the results, because I want to see this, in Excel version. And I'm not gonna filter any values, and please don't send me, if we set salt 0. So I'm gonna save this. Probably I want to test it out before, saving it. So I just clicked on send. Now let's go to our email server and see how this dashboard came, right? Cool. I'm gonna go to my sample email server, and boom, there we go. We have this beautiful dashboard sent to our emails on a daily basis. If I want to do, this last mile analytics, where I want to grab this data and maybe, do some testing, and I want to see some stuff of how this works. Well, cool. I can do it as well. Save it, and I just, open it with Excel. And sorry, this is, there we go. That's my Excel, and I can do whatever I want here with my last mile analytics. Whoops, it's really, really tiny. Cool. So we've been through models, we've been through dashboards, we've been through questions, and we've been through subscriptions. Let's see what else we can do. I already showed you something which is pretty cool when you don't still know what's the data, which is this feature called X-rays. And in fact, there's gonna be something coming up pretty soon in Metabase that some of you might know about it, some of you might not, which is our integration with Open AI. So in this, like in the newer versions, it's still experimental, but at some point you will see it. You will be able to basically type in natural language what you want from your data, and OpenAI will give you the SQL, and it will run the question and it will return to you. Right? Till then, we have this really cool feature which is called X-rays. Maybe you don't know what you want to pull from your data, but you have these offerings that Metabase will say, don't worry, I got all your metadata from these tables, and I know which fields are categorical, I know which fields are date times, I know everything about your data. So I'm going to offer you automated dashboards for you to use. So maybe I want to see something about my products, right? And I have this, automated dashboards, and Metabase created completely for me without any effort. It's all done. I can save this dashboard if I feel that this is relevant. What I can also keep going over this dashboard, maybe by categories, maybe I want to zoom out, maybe I want to create it by created by a time field. So as you see, it's pretty cool. You can do whatever you want without any effort. Is there any questions, anything that you would like to ask? So we can go over maybe some technical stuff, or maybe non-technical, maybe some possibilities of the product. I want to close the at least the presentation side of the webinar here, so we have some time for questions and answers. Hello from Italy over there. I really want to invite all of you to write to us in case you have any questions, maybe to our discourse forum or to help@metabase.com. Anything that you would like to ask us, or any suggestion, absolutely anything, it's really welcome. So thank you for, now we open the time for questions.
Thanks, Luis. Yeah, I just wanted to add that we still have some time. So yeah, if you wanted us to cover something else, please, as Luis suggested, please write us either in questions or in chat, and we'll pick up from there. So yeah, Luis, the question just came in chat. Any chance to review the data sandboxing user level filtering?
Yes, absolutely. My favorite feature. And if Patrick, you're running Snowflake or Postgres as your data warehouse, we have a really great surprise for you that's coming at 47. And I'm gonna tell you what in just a few seconds. Let me pull my let's say testing with with a token, because data sandboxing is a feature only for on paid instances on Pro and Enterprise subscription. So let me quickly pull that laboratory that I have, so I don't go over this stuff. Just one quick second. It's gonna spin up really quickly. I didn't have that prepared, but thanks for asking.
Yeah, that's always good to know. What people are interested in. We're going to send all of you who visited the event today the email with the recording, and you will find there a link to this survey where you can leave your feedback about how you like this event and whether we covered something that you were expecting us to cover, or maybe you wish we were covering something else. So please do share the feedback so that we know better next time what to cover too. Let's wait a second until Liz is back.
Hello. I dropped because my computer drops all the the network cards when I do this Docker compose up and down. So sorry about that. I managed to pull the laboratory very quickly, so we can go over that. Very sorry about that fast drop. Let's go over sandboxing. As I was explaining, this is a feature that we only have on the Pro and Enterprise versions of the product. The feature is not only called sandboxing, data sandboxing, it's also called row level security. So you will see that you will be able to define in Metabase which rows Metabase is going to show to a user when it authenticates, which is pretty awesome, because we basically do the entire query on the back end, and we inject on the fly a where clause to show just the user what belongs to them. It's row level permissions. Thank you, Rosman. That's it. Let me. It's spinning up. It's still spinning up. It's a really let's say tough environment that I run with for that. But just give me just 1 second so I can. Oops. In the meantime, I want to tell you what it's coming on the next version, which is pretty awesome. For some reason, it didn't. Okay, give me 1 second, because for some reason it didn't spin up. I didn't have this lab prepared, so very sorry about that. Let me tell you what it's coming in the next version. In the meantime, version 47, which we should be releasing very soon, is going to bring a really amazing feature, which is you will be able to pass through from Metabase to the data warehouse, only for now in Postgres and Snowflake, the role of the user. So in Metabase, you will define a role, and that role is going to be sent to the data warehouse. So in this way, you can, like, the enforcer of the permissions is the data warehouse and no longer Metabase. So this means that you will be able to define in the data warehouse first, what do you want the user to run when they go and maybe click on a table? What do you want maybe to run when the user maybe there's a there's a very specific logic that you want the user to see when they click on a table. Maybe you want to run some where clause with some very specific condition. Maybe some people would like to run prepare statements or something really complex. So all of that is covered. And the most amazing thing of this feature is that with that, sandboxing in SQL queries, which is something that I am almost sure that anyone that is on this call that has been using Metabase for a long time was asking. So native SQL with sandboxing will be a thing. Will be possible on the new version, but only if you have Snowflake and Postgres for now, right? So
the question Yeah, if you
Yeah.
can read it out loud, so because we are recording it, it will be better.
Yes, sure. So it says this feature will be available on Metabase Cloud Host or also on self-host. So this new feature is going to be available everywhere that has a pro or enterprise subscription, no matter where it's being hosted.
And at the same time, Daisy asked a question, and our colleague Jacob has responded. So I'll just read it out loud so if everyone can see. Is there some time to show the prod, show me the prod a bit better and how to use it? So you can request a demo from our product advocates. If you write to productadvocate@metabase.com, and you can see at the questions tab, you will see the email. So you can always do that too. We will see if we will have the possibility today to show the data sandboxing, in real life with Lou's screen. If not, we'll figure out how to do it maybe in the next event or maybe somehow else. So Luis, if it's not working at this moment, it's okay. I think we can figure it out.
Yeah, I'm very sorry. My labs, like I had prepared this lab for the webinar, but all the other labs that I have for testing, probably this one is broken. I am sorry. I broke my local labs. Patrick, I would really encourage you to write to us, and we'll be super happy to give you a full-fledged demo about sandboxing. And also, if you want to the new role, or we call it impersonation internally, but it's instead of row, it's a role. So you can pass the role to the data warehouse. No, it's fine. I broke my lab, my personal lab. It happens. I'm testing the product every single day, every literally 30 minutes. So I break stuff. That's my job. I break stuff.
If there are any more questions at the end of this event, let us know. And if not, we'll be slowly wrapping up the things, and we'll definitely send the recording to all of you who visited and who not. And really encourage you to provide us with the feedback so that we know what to include in future series of Tour of Metabase. Great. Well, I don't see anything new coming. No noise. Type in something in the chat. Let's give it a minute or so. Thank you, Luis. Thank you for doing a demo. It was great.
Oh, thanks for inviting me. I don't want to spin up like and do a third try of my lab, because it like takes down my entire network, and I get cuts from the webinar, so I don't want to try it again.
There is something big is coming in the chat. I can see it.
Okay. Oh, there we go. Just try.
Yeah. I love the product. I wanted to know if you would have a test drive environment available online where users will be guided through creating dashboards and reports. That would be great to have.
I agree, but also I want to let you know that we have some page which is called Metabase Learn. So if you go to, let me post that in the chat. It's pretty amazing, because we've done a lot of things on Learn. Metabase.com/learn. It's this is the one. If you go to metabase.com/learn, you'll have a lot of content, and it will guide you through how to create the dashboards and the questions and the things that I did here, like connecting filters, doing questions of any sort. You will be able to do so. So if with that it's not enough, which can be the issue, please let us know. We'll be super happy to guide you through it. We've done tons of demos with customers and non-customers. It's like what we do every day. So super happy, to help you on that. Please let us know.
Awesome. Thank you, Luis. Yeah, Learn is a great resource. It's a big knowledge base with good detailed articles on almost every topic on Metabase. So yeah, encourage you to check it out. Great. I think that's gonna be it for today. We're gonna be wrapping up this event, and we're gonna be sending the recording. Thank you, Luis. Thank you all who visited, and we'll see you at our next one.
Thanks. Have a good rest of your day, everyone, wherever you are. Bye.
Bye-bye.